holiday entertainment for Boxing Day on Thames. At 8:15, Arthur tries out greyhound racing.
Kill! Bargain? This animal has narco-leprosy.
I've only had the bloody thing a few hours.
Yeah. The best he can do is walk, and that's backwards slowly.
At 9:15, the TV premiere of Airplane.
This is Captain Over.
I want you to make sure that she's kept in a reclined position.
Wasn't racing around 15.
Take off with Airplane at 9:15 and a new Minder at 8:15. Top holiday entertainment for Boxing Day on Thames.
Nothing sparkles like a baby ship. Liberty, sail, liberty, liberty, sail, liberty, liberty, sail, liberty, sail, sail.
Liberty's sail. Starts Thursday, 27th December.
Mrs. Ann Coursey from Berkshire tells us about the change she's noticed with Best Ever whiskers.
They loved the whiskers before, but they were a little bit fussy, as all cats are, and they would only eat certain varieties. But with the Best Ever, they will eat every single variety.
That's because our nutritionists have been improving the quality of every whiskers recipe to make today's whiskers the most appetizing ever.
Just look at them. Lovely coats and bright eyes. You can tell how happy and satisfied they are. I don't think they could be more contented than they are on Best Ever.
Best Ever whiskers. In tests, 8 out of 10 owners who expressed a preference said their cats preferred it.
Play the SO football match. Match Ian Rush with his Liverpool club badge and you win £100,000. Kick off where you see this sign.
This is Allied's greatest ever sale.
And you've never seen anything like it.
We've torn up our usual prices, so you can save throughout the store on hundreds of top-quality carpets.
From £2.99 to £20 a square yard.
Including many amazing Antron Plus Easy Care family-proof carpets.
Save on famous names at unbeatable sale prices.
With free fitting on all carpets, $6.75 and over.
Save on curtains, too, with up to 50% off thousands of ready-mades. Our finest ever range of velvets from only $14.50 a pair. And free making on hundreds of made-to-measures.
It all adds up to Allied's greatest ever sale.
And it starts Thursday, 9 a.m.
You know, I've never said this before, but the first time I saw you, that night in Three Ferrets, I thought you were the loveliest thing I'd ever seen. Well, we've been through a lot since then, but in all those years, there hasn't been a day gone by when I haven't thought of you and said to myself, Arkwright, you're a lucky man.
Oh, Arkwright.
Oh, hello, love. Didn't see you there.
John Smith's, for incurable romantics.
Do you think it's all right to leave George there on his own?
Oh, yes.
But aren't you afraid he might find your chocolate orange?
No, I think it's quite safe.
Terry's famous chocolate orange. Smooth milk chocolate with real oil of orange. How safe is yours?
After the news, the festive entertainment continues in the Desert Corner Tonight Show with special guests Shakin' Stevens and Hank Marvin, Cockney humour with Chas and Dave, and top singer Mireille Mathieu. Desert Corner Tonight, after the news, tonight on Thames.
And this is Thames from London. News time now at the studios of ITN, tonight with Pamela Armstrong.
Good evening. It's been revealed in the last hour that the 4 Britons detained in Libya look set to be freed early in the new year. Mr. Terry Waite, the special envoy of the Archbishop of Canterbury, saw Colonel Gaddafi tonight in Tripoli. After 2 hours of talks, Mr. Waite made this statement.
The Colonel has said to me that out of respect for the Archbishop of Canterbury and the efforts of the Church and his envoy, he will ask the People's Congress, when they meet in January, to authorise the release of the 4 detainees.
Mr. Waite said he hoped to stay in Libya until he could come home with the 4 Britons. Mr. Alan Russell, Mr. Malcolm Anderson, Mr. Michael Berdiner and Mr. Robin Plummer have been detained for 5 months. Kevin Dunn has just spoken to Mrs. Russell.
Extraordinary, isn't it? It's a marvellous Christmas Day present. We had a rather miserable couple of days up until now, and now I feel very much more cheerful, to say the least.
The first pictures of Prince Harry's christening were shown round the world today in the Queen's Christmas broadcast. The Queen said in her speech that there was too much concentration on the gloomy side of life. Anthony Carthew describes today's pictures.
Before the service, the immediate family were alone in the castle with just time enough for the Prince of Wales to explain the history of those celebrated robes.
How old this is? Granny was christened in this. Great-Granny. And I was. Look, I was christened in this. Looks remarkably well despite everything, doesn't it? I think it must get so incredibly hot inside there, mustn't it? Some dribbling. You want
Prince William led the way down the long corridors to the chapel. Prince Harry dozed, behaving impeccably. After the service, parents, godparents and family gathered. The Queen talked to Princess Anne's children, not about the baby, but about a new puppy.
It's called Dash. Dash. And you know the word you use when you're cross. Dash. It comes out frightfully well as a dog's name, see? Zora!
Mother knelt on the carpet to show the baby to the children, but by now a tearful Prince Harry had had enough.
A sad aside to Christmas, police in Greater Manchester said tonight that 8 of the 9 people who died in a Christmas party fire in Bury were all from the same family. They included 4 young children, 1 a baby.
3 generations of the one family died in the early morning terrace blaze. A 2-year-old baby perished along with 3 other young children, their 76-year-old grandfather and 3 adults and a teenager. It was a tragic end to a Christmas Eve party.
Smoke was billowing out of the top window. We never saw no flames, but the smoke was terrible all over the place. And there was bodies clambering through the window trying to get out.
6 people were taken to hospital. 1 woman died in casualty, 2 suffering from